Alright, Roman back here with another gear review. Today I'm going to be talking about the SSL UF1, some of the things that I do like about it, some of the things that I don't like about it. I'm also going to talk about the type of studio environment that I feel like this unit would fit in very well, and maybe a studio that it might not be the best option for, but with that, let's get into it. So yeah, the SSL UF1 is built like a tank. It's definitely the highest in its class. I did a shootout with the PreSonus fader port and them side by side. Definitely the SSL is a step above in many ways. It's got fully aluminum body, fully customizable in the software that they include with it, which is SSL 360. You can customize all the functions, control everything. To have them control certain features in your DAW, you can customize all that. And the overall feel is just very, very solid. Also, a really nice feature is the big, nice LCD display screen, and the metering options in it I found were very, very useful. So that was the big selling point for me. There was still a few buttons on here. I used Pro Tools that didn't work in Pro Tools, which was kind of a bummer because the unit is so expensive. So you'd kind of hope that you would get all those features with the high priced unit, but it didn't. But that was a very small thing. Okay, so where does this fit into a home studio user? I would say probably definitely not the first piece of gear you want to grab. For me personally, one of the greatest things about this unit was having the screen on it. I can't really justify keeping the unit because after using it for a couple weeks, for the amount of money that it is, and I'm not fully invested into the SSL ecosystem, I don't have all the other pieces attached to it. Most of what the UF1 can do can easily be done on the keyboard. The only real nice advantage for me having this sitting on my desk was being able to have the metering sitting there in front of me at all times. If you have the whole setup and you're in that ecosystem, for sure. And if you're bringing in clients and you want to impress people and have that sitting on your desk, I mean, it's definitely a beautiful piece of gear. Bringing people in that are recording and kind of running a business is a whole different game. But for me, implementing a piece of gear like this into my workflow didn't really make sense. And also, again, for the price, it's a little bit of a pricey piece of equipment. And I feel like I can easily have the feature that was really nice for me on this one was the screen. I can have the metering plugin up on my computer screen, and I can invest the money that I would be spending on this on something else that maybe would increase my workflow a little bit better, or maybe another piece of equipment in my 500 series rack, or potentially a microphone, who knows. Nothing against SSL, go check them out. They're making some amazing product. This is definitely the highest control surface in its class, for sure, against all the other ones. This is the one to have. It's a beautiful piece of equipment and built standards above the rest. So I'll just leave it with that. It's a beautiful piece of gear. If you got one and it's working for you, that's freaking awesome. I'm just speaking to those who may have a similar setup like mine with this type of desk and not a whole lot of, desk space, and may be interested in the UF1, and I figured I would just share my experience with it. So yeah, I'll leave you with that. Shalom.